Hey, what's up, YouTube? Had a interesting day today. Go on lunch and hit up the Hobby Lobby. I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm going to start with my trip home to Walmart. Numbered to 2,500. 4 of the 6 of these were on the pegs, so the Trans Amazon and the Cuda. It is quite possible that one of them was an Ultra Red. I don't know, because they weren't there. But they are the 2 that actually, I want all of them, but, you know, at $6 a piece, that's hard to do. But the 2 that I wanted most were on the pegs, so... including this gorgeous-looking 1976 Cadillac DeVille. This is one of the nicest 1/64 scale die-cast cars ever produced. I have said that since... I have felt that way since it first came out in release... gosh, I don't remember what year. It's a couple years now. 2 or 3 years ago that it came out. But it is just a gorgeous car. And this colorway is no exception. Beautiful car. This is the only one that I have. Well, I guess the top is kind of a different color. But it's just so nice. Such a nice looking car. The hoods don't open really well on these, so I don't really want to force it. The rear window is rolled down a little bit. Just an awesome car. So there is that one. Here's the last one I got, which is the Toys R Us exclusive. I found 4 of these. So I traded one. I have 3 left. The other one, I have an offer for the blue Toys R Us one. So we're going to make that trade. Dude is out of town. But when he gets back, I fully plan on making that trade. But I will keep the other 2 that I have. This colorway is... I don't know. They're all so nice, but this one really does have a classy look to it. And then the original 2 that came out, we have this one in a cream color, which is probably the most common color that you would see on this car back in the day. But definitely the ugliest color. Still a really cool looking car though. And then this was the other one. This is a hot car right here. Anytime Auto World does a car in this color, they look amazing. I am a huge fan of black Auto World cars. I have a couple of this one as well. So a couple of the silver Toys R Us and a couple of the black. Beautiful casting. This, as I said, this is, to me, one of the nicest 1/64 scale cars ever produced. And that includes everything from Tomica. That includes everything from Kyosho. This car, to me, is right up there with all of those. It is just so well done. And one thing I really like that I haven't really talked about with Auto World is that with other premium cars, I should have brought another one out, like a green light or something. Well, I guess, here, I have a green light here. This is just a quick point, because I don't want to get off track too much, but this front bumper is a separate piece. And in this case, yeah, it's a separate piece. The grille is a separate piece that sets into the body. The rear bumper here is a separate piece. So these are all separate pieces that get attached to the casting. You have the same thing with M2. Separate pieces for the headlights, the bumper, both bumpers. With M2, they're notorious for falling off. Green light, I've had it happen, but it's a very rare thing. With Auto World, these are not extra pieces. These are part of the molding, and they're just painted details. So what that does is it gives it an amazing durability with a spectacular look. They just look amazing, but you could drop this car and it would not fall apart. So that's one thing. I have an Auto World on my desk at work, and I have another Round 2 brand. What's Racing Champs, believe it or not. I have a Racing Champs Roadrunner, and I have an Auto World Challenger Rally that I have duplicates of. And I was looking at both of them, and I noticed that on the Auto World, the bumpers are part of the molding. And I found that to be very interesting. I found that to be very cool. Now, while that is true on some of the Auto World castings, I think there are other castings like this one where that is not the case. So anyways, the other one that I found on the pegs that had to come home with me, I've been wanting this one so bad, almost gone to the internet to buy it. But luckily I didn't have to, because this runs you about $15 on the internet. The 1974 Plymouth Roadrunner. The Roadrunners from the original Roadrunners that came out are the most valuable, most expensive Auto World castings that are out there. And so if that's the case with those, I don't see why it would be any different with these ones. So here we go. It looks just amazing. It looks just amazing in black. Really nice roller. So this car has the white accents, and they look totally spectacular. It's got the white top. That just looks awesome. You have the little Roadrunner here, which my camera will not pick up, but it is on there. Now this car, the bumper is a separate, it is a separate piece, as is the grille. So it's not like the Challenger Rally and the Cadillac where they are part of the molding. This one, they are separate. But while they're separate, it still feels like a really solid car. And I've never had any extra pieces fall off of an Auto World casting. So there's the black 1974 Roadrunner. I recently on eBay purchased the blue 1974 Roadrunner, which is also, also a beautiful car. Very, very nice. This is my these two castings, the DeVille and the Roadrunner, are my two favorite Auto World castings. The Eldorado is probably the next one, and then they have some others that I like quite a lot. The Trans Am, their Trans Am is the nicest Trans Am. That's a hard car to get right in this scale. It's kind of like the Nissan, the old 240 Nissan Z, where you just don't see a lot of 1/64 classic Fairlady Zs that look good. I think TLV is the only one that really got it right. Even Kyosho, I think, struggled with that car. The Trans Am is another car just like that, where it just seems like these companies struggle getting it just right, and Auto World nailed it with that one. So anyways, this is the other 74. the original two Roadrunners that came out, we have this one here in red. This is a 1973. And these two cars are probably the most expensive Auto World cars. If you were building an Auto World collection, these are the two that are going to cost you the most amount of money, and they're probably going to be the hardest ones to find. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if they were produced at a lower clip than the rest of them. I don't know. But here it is in red. Looks awesome. And then this one here I think might be, I don't know if this is, I don't know if I like it more than the black one and the blue one, but I think I do like this one more than the red. And this is the gunmetal. This is also 73. So the red and gray are 73 and the blue and black are 74, which, you know, they're the same tooling. So essentially they are the same car. The rear bumper looks the same on all of them. And the front grille is a little bit different, but for the most part looks the same. But the back end on these cars, the detail is just so killer. They just look so good, I'm telling you. But like I said, if you're putting together an Auto World collection, you might want to try finding these Roadrunners first, because they're probably going to take you the longest, and they're probably going to be the hardest ones to find. I've had a lot of people inquire about mine, and at this point in time, I'm not letting them go. I also have this one. This is another one that's doesn't show up on the market very often. Seems like most people that have this one really don't want to come off of it. It's a beautiful car. I love this car. One of my most valuable chase cars that I have. Counting Green Machines and White Lightnings, this is probably right up there with the Talladega Nights Chevelle. This was a $200 car at one point. It's dropped quite a bit since then. And to go back to the DeVille, another one of my favorite chase cars right here, the Ultra Red. This is from the first time they came out. Beautiful car. So I found the Auto World cars on my way home tonight at Walmart, but earlier today on my lunch, it's truck day at Hobby Lobby, and there were no chase cars, but they did get the SD trucks, which I may grab one of those at some point, but today I had to pick, and I chose this instead of that because this is more my style. But just a Johnny gone fishing. By the way, all the Auto Worlds that I just picked, not all, both of the Auto Worlds that I just cracked open, the blue Cadillac and the black Roadrunner, both of those are numbered to 2500, so there aren't a lot of them. They're about as rare as a Hot Wheels RLC car. This one is pretty much the same, only 2508. So if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you're well aware by now that I open everything. I am a loose collector. I'm not interested in cardboard. I put the trash in the trash where it goes. So here we go. This is the boat and trailer. I hate that they put plastic wheels on these trailers. It drives me nuts. And for what we pay for these things, they should absolutely have rubber tires. The trailer is all plastic. The boat is die-cast. And I think I probably have about 15 of these gone fishings. I sold all the boats off in an eBay auction. I kept 3 of them, so this will be the 4th. But I'm just not a big fan of the boats and trailers. They're not nearly as nice as the Greenlight hitch and tows, but I did keep all the vehicles, all the tow vehicles, because those are what I'm really interested in anyways. Okay. I don't have my magnifying glass, so I can't see what state this license plate is from. Maybe I can get it on camera here. North Dakota. So it's a North Dakota plate. And this is one of my favorite castings from Johnny, the International Scout 2. And you can see here they do a great job with it. Now, all of these Scouts that they've been putting out lately have had factory colors and factory graphics. So that is pretty cool. This one, I think, is no exception to that. This is a factory color and a factory graphic design on it. It says Rally there on the quarter panel. One of my favorite things about these Scouts is these wheels and tires they've been putting on them. They look fantastic. In my opinion, these are some of the nicest off-road wheels and tires. Greenlight has some nice ones as well. But anyways, you can see all the detail here. You've got the license plate. You've got the manufacturer badging. You've got painted taillights, indicators. All the window trim is chromed. The luggage rack is chromed. Even on the side indicators are tampoed. So there's just a ton of detail. And the grille looks really good as well. You can put these Internationals on a display with Greenlight, and they just look like they fit right in. The only thing is they might be just a little bit small, but from a detail standpoint, they fit right in. One thing you do have to be careful of is this top is plastic and it's glued to the body. So I have a couple of them where they're kind of coming a little bit loose. So you want to be careful with that, because if you ever drop it, that's an accident waiting to happen. I've seen people just pull the top off because, you know, then you just have the convertible top, which was something you could do with the Scout, as well as the Bronco, as well as the K5 Blazer. This is a really nice roller. I like the color. My only complaint with the color is it's pretty similar to this one, which was another factory color and another factory graphic design, which is a little bit different. But I don't know, this one is a school bus yellow. Looks more orange to me, but this is definitely orange. This is more of like a mustard color. This one here is another, I think, pretty cool looking one. Just like a cream color with almost a wood-like paneling. Both of these were released individual. They were not released with boats. Same thing with this one. This is another awesome color. I like this color a lot. I think this is one of the nicer looking of all the Scouts that I have. But for me, I think my favorite of all of them is this one here. The red, white, and blue. I don't know on this one if this was a factory color. I think it was, but I don't know for sure. But it's my favorite. I think it looks the best of all of these. So the white one and the orange one are the same release. Basically, they are the 2017 Series 3 Gone Fishing. So the white one is version A, the orange one is version B. So of the 5 internationals here, these are the only 2 that have the towing hitch. And I've actually thought about taking it off, but I don't know if I want to do that. Because the hitch, you know, just like a real hitch, you lose a lot of ground clearance with how low it hangs. I don't know if you can see it there, but anyways, I don't have a White Lightning to show on the International like I did on the Auto World cars, but I was happy to find the orange Gone Fishing, and I was definitely happy to find the Auto World. I haven't found Auto World outside of the Toys R Us exclusive. I have not found Auto World cars in a long time. So I was pretty happy to find it. There's the Roadrunners. And then here we have Ultra Red Roadrunner and some Cadillacs. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. I appreciate you all for tuning in and checking it out. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. And hopefully I'll be back in a few days with some other cool diecast cars. So stay tuned. And another thing real quick, I'm hoping that by this weekend I can start the next diorama, the next layout with the car dealership. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping I can get that started Saturday. But even if I do, whether I do or don't, I will be back in a few days with some other diecast cars. So thanks for watching, and I will holler at the next video.